Level 2, Word 50, pretext. What is going on? Welcome to Word of the Day with Benjaja. Thank you for coming to the show. We're going to jump into this book called Verbal Advantage in just 1 second. I want to thank you for being here at the 100th episode of this show. I don't know, diurnal vocabulary lesson, if we want to call it that. Thank you for coming by. If you've been here before, wow. You are exemplary. You are probably growing and communicating and writing in better ways that don't feel far-fetched or incorrect. Anyway, I appreciate you so much for being here. Thank you for coming by. This is a celebration of sorts, and the best way I know how to celebrate is by doing more words, because that's really why we're here. So why don't we just get into that after this little mini woohoo? That was the celebration, I guess. Wow. Really not that cool. Oh, I gotcha. Well, alrighty then. Today, we're going to be doing it from, yep, you know it, our usual suspect, Mr. Verbal Advantage, or Mrs. Verbal Advantage. I don't actually think there's a gender that should be attributed to this book, but, you know, I started a joke and then I felt like I was leaving out half of the population. So then I thought I would include them, but then I realized that there's even more parts of the population that don't even identify as those two things. So maybe we'll just say this is an inanimate book and we don't need to apply any kind of gender identity to it. So why don't we just get into it and start reading it, huh? Level 2, Word 50, pretext. Pretext. An excuse, ostensible reason or motive, professed purpose. Pretext comes from the Latin praetextum, an ornament, from the verb praetexere, to pretend, literally to weave in front. By derivation, a pretext is a front, a facade, something used for cover. As the Century Dictionary, 1914, puts it, a pretext is that which is assumed as a cloak or means of concealment, something under cover of which a true purpose is hidden. Tyrannical leaders often invent pretexts for invading or declaring war on other countries. Okay. Irresponsible employees will invent pretexts for not coming to work. A supervisor who hates an employee's guts may try to come up with a pretext for firing the person. A pretext is an excuse, an ostensible reason designed to hide the real reason. Ah, so all you liars and liturgians are hiding behind your pretexts because you don't have the gums to say what's the truth. So I dare you, nay, I propel you to speak honestly, tell people why you're really breaking up with them, and get it over with. That way, we can grow in the right directions towards the right sunlight versus letting our lives be shut down, crimped, and crumped because people aren't even being honest with us, so we can't even react to them in an honest way. This is why lying is so annoying. It's such a nuisance because we then have to deal with and become responsible for how we react to someone else's baloney. You see what I mean? So if we could just start being more honest with one another, even if it's hard, especially when it's hard, then we can start living authentically instead of living in this periphery, external circumference, circuitous kind of ozone layer of bullshit. That's all I'm saying. I hope you followed that. If you didn't, well, that's all right. No worries. But let's throw pretext into a sentence. Okay. It might be easy to assume that verbal advantage is some altruistic pretext for me trying to use my comedy gifts in a format that makes some sense. Yet it is. What I'm doing here is I love words. I love sharing words, and I want us all to get better at expressing ourselves, and that includes me. So I want to learn words, and it's a diurnal practice of mine to read this book so that I can get better with words. So I thought, why not just film it so that I can then return to these videos in the future and get better with myself with words? That sounds not like a pretext, but just more like a bad choice. It helps me, and I think it might help you, is truly the answer. So thank you for coming to the show. I appreciate you being here for the 100th episode. This episode is going to run a little long because I just want to spend a reasonable amount of time letting you know that the 4th and final season of Mike&Ben, the comedy duo web series I created with Michael Gantz, will be premiering next Thursday. So I might take a little break from Word of the Day or for Funny with Words, but don't worry, don't fret. I will return to do more words, but for now I got to focus on making sure that the Commedia dell'arte that I make over there at Dumb Owl Productions, as well as clips and things I'll post to this channel, I got to make sure that stuff really shines and sparkles the way I want to. So in order to focus correctly, I need to just put the verbal advantage down for a little bit, and we'll return. So we're done with level 1 and we're done with level 2. Congratulations if you've made it through this far through the vocabulary journey. Yeah, I'm looking forward to levels 3 through 10 down the road sometime. I'll get to them, and words will get a bit more challenging. So let's use our new favorite catchphrase, buckle up, because things are gonna continue to unfurl as we unfold ourselves in this beautiful galaxy that we spin in. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, whatever. All right, when it's time to go, because you got to start editing this pile. When it's time to go, because you got to start editing this pile of trash. It's time to go. No, I'm happy. I'm happy that we do this. So thank you so much. I'll see you next time.